Selena, I need to tell you something important.
You should have just killed me on that rooftop.
You can't just leave. Innocent people will end up in the line of fire.
Bruce, sweetie. The gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us working together. After all.
Selena Kyle, Penguin says hello.
I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl.
Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Slickmoth. I'm back again with another video, and in this one we're talking about Batman the Telltale series episode 2, which is the clip that you just saw there from episode 2 titled Children of Arkham. Now, at this point, we're still a little bit uncertain as to how that title in particular is going to be playing into the second episode, especially considering that Arkham Asylum, for example, we may think the Children of Arkham Asylum, like the Joker or something like that, but Arkham Asylum doesn't even exist in this universe, at least not anymore, because Bruce Wayne funded a state-of-the-art mental health facility in the name of Thomas and Martha Wayne, which is a change that I personally love, that Bruce Wayne's like, okay, maybe we can address this, maybe that's why these villains that I keep throwing in here and escaping aren't improving. It seems only obvious, of course, that his, supervillains escape every single minute because that's essential to many Batman stories. But anyway, it's great to see them addressing that here, and we're going to see how, once again, that title plays into this episode in particular. But one thing that's going to be definitely in episode 2 is the cliffhanger that we were left on at the end of episode 1, which is essentially asking the question of, was the Wayne family colluding with the major crime boss family, such as the Falcone? Maybe the Maroni family will be introduced as well in here. Was there collusion going on behind the scenes, and was the Wayne family the golden sort of precipice of goodness in Gotham or something like that? I don't know exactly how to put it, but of course the Wayne family does have that positive light on them because they were so charitable, but were they as good as everybody thinks that they were? And that's going to be a big thing that actually they discussed in Batman Unmasked episode 2, which you're seeing footage from now. They're going to explore that throughout the entire season, and we learned as well from a writer on the game that that's going to come to full circle, sort of fruition in episode 5 as well. So that's going to be a recurring sort of undertone, maybe a motif in a way that's going to once again come full circle in episode 5. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that arc once again plays out through the entire season and doesn't just abruptly end at some point or anything like that, but it's going to be a mainstay in this entire series. So in the clip here, we see that Bruce and Selena are just sort of chilling in a bar, talking about God knows whatever they're talking about, and we see Penguin's thugs bust in through the door. Now, this is something that really caught me off guard for a variety of reasons. The first of which being that I certainly did not get the impression from Cobblepot in episode 1 that he had any sort of criminal groundwork or sort of ground game going on here, where he has hired guns, hired thugs or guys, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're in the bar retrieving Bruce Wayne and Selena. At this point, of course, he's unaware that Bruce Wayne works or is Batman. He also doesn't know that Selena Kyle is Catwoman, if he even knows who Catwoman is, but that's all besides the point. I didn't even realize that Cobblepot had any hired guns. If we saw in episode 1 in the park scene, you see that the park is called Cobblepot Park or something like that, but he's dirt poor. He's basically inadvertently asking Bruce Wayne for money in that scene. At least that was the way that I was perceiving it. But nonetheless, he has hired guns here, so he's got something going on. There's something going on here with Cobblepot that we're going to see a little bit more about in episode 2. I certainly have that feeling. Now, in the episode 2 sneak peek preview, we did see that Cobblepot got his hands on that picture, which is a PR disaster, by the way, which is Thomas and Martha Wayne chilling next to Carmine Falcone on the couch in Wayne Manor. Again, a horrible PR picture that you would not want going around at all, and Jack Ryder aired it on the frickin' news. Of course he did. But with that being said, we may see that Cobblepot is enacting his own sort of vigilante justice, retrieving Bruce Wayne to say, hey, you were in with the Carmine, with the Falcones. I mean, we have no reason to believe that Oswald Cobblepot is a fan of the Falcones at all, because you have to remember that the Cobblepots, much like the Waynes, and I guess now the Falcones, they were all big money in Gotham, competing big money families. Of course, the Waynes and the Cobblepots doing it legitly, and Falcone doing it through malicious and illegal methods. With that being said, the story behind the Waynes and the Cobblepots, sort of spark notes, is essentially that the Waynes and the Cobblepots at one point were big money families, sort of competing in a way, and then the Cobblepots lost out. They lost it all, and we see that here in this game, which is certainly following the canon in that respect, and we see that Oswald and Bruce were once childhood friends, but now they have this sort of rivalry building between them that essentially forms into a heated villain versus hero sort of engagement here, and it's interesting to see that as well, because actually Cobblepot doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and generally he doesn't, even in other interpretations. So that's always interesting to see that Penguin hates Bruce Wayne and Batman, and I think we're going to see that here as well, and maybe he'll actually find out that Bruce Wayne is Batman. But I was reading the description for episode 3 of Batman the Telltale series, and I gotta say, it sounds pretty awesome. So episode 3's description essentially alludes to a rise of a new generation of supervillains. That's plural, by the way. So we have like some anarchy vibes going on here, but also an allusion to other supervillains beyond that of which we've already been introduced to. I've said before, Carmine Falcone in my book is not a supervillain. We see that Penguin may very well turn into, or Cobblepot may turn into Penguin, and we may see Harvey Dent turn into Two-Face, but even more so, I'm getting the vibes here, certainly me personally, that we're going to get many other classic Batman villains. Of course, the strongest rogue gallery in comics, we know they're going to be pulling from that more than we've seen already, so it's just a matter of when and how. Now, Selina Kyle, I think they're definitely taking into a friendship, maybe love line going on here, but nothing more than that, not a villain or anything like that in this game in particular. So again, I think they're definitely alluding to other villains, whether that be the Joker or what have you. I'm not even going to try to speculate, but I think that they're definitely headed that way. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Sorry I didn't talk too much about the gameplay, I just decided to ramble on about some other things, but once again, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And that clip, once again, we don't have a ton of exposition as to what's going on there, so we're going to see what's totally going on with that scene on September 20th when Batman the Telltale series episode 2 comes out, about 10 days from when I'm recording this video. So it's going to be a long wait, but it's going to be here sooner than we think. So anyway, guys, once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for all Batman the Telltale series news, information, speculation, and more. We'll see you in the next one.